Singaporeans live to about 83 years old on average. But here's the number that should actually worry you. We're only healthy till around about 74. That's nearly a decade at the end of life spent unwell. Today, I want to show you why that gap exists and more importantly, the 4 numbers you can start tracking this week to make sure you're not the one falling into it. Why this gap exists? For most of my clients, the goal used to be simple. Just live longer. But longer doesn't mean much if the last 8 to 10 years are spent managing chronic pain, limited mobility, or dependence on others for basic tasks. As Singapore's population ages, and right now, roughly 1 in 5 is already 65 or older, projected to be 1 in 4 by 2030. This gap between lifespan and healthspan is becoming the defining health issue of our generation. The good news, this gap isn't fixed. It's not just genetics or luck. A huge part of it comes down to a handful of trainable, measurable factors that most people never check until something goes wrong. Why most people miss this? Most of us grew up thinking health check-ins meant stepping on a scale or checking blood pressure once a year at a checkup. But the markers that actually predict how well you'll be functioning at 70, 75, or 80, those are almost never mentioned in a routine visit. Let me walk you through the 4 that matter most. Number 1, grip strength. This is the one that surprises people most. Grip strength has been linked across dozens of studies to overall mortality and independence in later life. It's not about having a strong handshake. Grip strength is about a proxy for your overall muscle mass and nervous system function. Here's how to test it. Find a pull-up bar, monkey bar, or a sturdy ledge. Hang with both hands, feet off the ground, and time how long you hold on. Under 10 seconds is a signal to start paying attention. This is trainable at any age through exercises like farmer's carries, deadlifts, and rows, and even a simple dead hang. Marker number 2, resting heart rate. Our resting heart rate, measured first thing in the morning before we get out of bed, tells us how efficiently our heart is working. A lower resting heart rate, generally in the 60s or below for most healthy adults, usually reflects better cardiovascular fitness or better stamina. If yours has been creeping up over the months or sits consistently above 80, that's worth a conversation with your doctor and a look at your training and sleep. Marker number 3, our waist circumference. This tells us more than the number on the scale ever will. Weight doesn't distinguish between muscle or fat or where that fat is stored. Waist circumference, measured at the belly button, standing, relaxed, is a much stronger predictor of metabolic health risk. For most guidelines, above 90 cm for men and 80 cm for women in Asian populations starts to raise flags. It's simple to track with a tape measure. Monthly, same time of the day. Marker number 4, sit to stand capacity, similar to an earlier video I shared. Can you stand up from a normal chair 5 times in a row, arms crossed, no hands, in under 12 seconds? This simple test reflects lower body strength and power, 2 things that decline quietly with age if untrained, and 2 things that directly determine whether you can get up off the floor, catch yourself if you trip, or keep up with the grandkids at the playground. Putting it all together, none of these 4 markers need expensive equipment or a lab visit. A tape measure, a pull-up bar, a chair, and a watch. That's it. What they give you is an honest, early picture of where you stand, years before that 9-year gap becomes your reality. I'd encourage you this week, check all 4, write the numbers down, and then check them again in 3 months. That's really the whole game, not perfection, just paying attention early enough to actually do something about it. If this was useful, the most helpful thing you can do is check those 4 markers today. Drop your numbers in the comments. I read everyone. If you want a hand building a plan around what you find, that's exactly the kind of personal coaching I do here in Singapore. Links in the description. See you in the next one.